Hello guys and welcome one more day to the Music Collector. So today I'm here to show you my Stratovarius collection. I know it's a band I didn't talk lots about them, but actually it's a band I love. I have to tell you that my collection is not as big as the rest of my collection, or is not complete, but I have some things on it. I actually think I have every studio album though. So let's take a look at it. Their first album, Friday Night, it was the most difficult one to find. And I found it second hand in Harmony, just like, surprise motherfucker, this Japanese edition that I think you already saw on one of my videos. This from 1994. It is from Victor Records, it looks like that. And this album actually is one of my favorites with Timo Tolkki on vocals. I have to say that I love the three of them, but this one includes, of course, apart from Future Shock, it has False Messiah, which I love, Black Knight, Witch Hunt, Fire Dance, Friday Night, Night Screamer, Darkness. Is that only album has songs that I could say they're my favorites. So yes, here we have Friday Night, beautiful edition from Japan. If you're a Stratovarius fan, you know that in 1991 they released an album called Stratovarius 2 that is almost close to impossible to find. But in 1992 they released it with the name and with a different cover. The name of this album is Twilight Time. It's basically the same as 2, as I told you. It looks like that. I think this one is one of the most expensive album of Stratovarius that I bought. I paid 22 euros for it. It's not a shark or edition or anything. I'm not sure for where it comes, but as you can tell, as I show you, it looks like that. It's an TIT, I think. But anyway, this album I remember looking every shop for it. They didn't have it. So finally, in the new section of Disco Centro, I found it for 21.90 something like that, and I said, okay, this is my turn to have it. I picked it up, not knowing that 2 days after I went to Harmony, and there it was from $9.99, and I was like, bullshit. Why did you do that to me? But anyway, I love this full album. It includes for me all-time classics, favorite songs forever from me that are Break the Ice, Madness Strikes at Midnight, Twilight Time, of course, The Hill Have Eyes, Out of the Shadows, and Lead Us Into the Night. That actually I adore that song. That album was followed by 1994's Dream Space. This is a 1994 edition. It's not the cool one that says Dream Escape, but actually it's another album that is super difficult to find. Glad I have it on my collection. And strangely, the first one and the second one were 98 songs, I think. This one is 14 songs. It's just, for me, the darkest album with Timo Tolkki on vocals. It's just an awesome piece. My favorite song from here should be Eyes of the World or Hold On to Your Dreams. Great album. I'm not sure if I told you, but Dream Space was the last album with Timo Tolkki on vocals. He recorded some demos on vocals for this album that is 4th Dimension. That is actually also the first album with Timo Tolkki on vocals. This is an edition that cost me 7 euros on a record fair in France. It's actually one of the first albums of them that I ever listened to, because a friend of my brothers lent it to them and said, hey, listen to this album, I know you have episode and you like it, listen to this one. And it's awesome. Against the Wind, Distant Skies, Galaxy. Love this album. And here we have that copy of episode that my brother gave to me. This is the copy that he bought in 1996 new, when the album came out. This is the edition I used to listen to as a kid, the same copy. Just look at that beauty. It's the first album with the new drummer and new keyboardist. The new keyboardist is the famous, the god of keyboards, Jens Johansson. And the new drummer is George Michael from Rage, Gamma Ray, and other bands. This album is was one of my first loves. It was one of the first not power, but neoclassical metal albums that I ever listened to. And Father Time, Will the Sunrise, Stratosphere, they're burnt in my mind and in my heart. They're just part of me, you know. Follow to that one. Here we have the actual copy of my brother's that gave to me again. We have Visions. They changed the logo. They changed the style a little bit. This is the album of The Kiss of Judas, Black Diamond, Paradise, even Coming Home. Great album. It looks like that. This is a Fuse edition from '97 again. Original. Brilliant album. Lots of people say it's the best album. I don't. Neither say it's the worst. I don't have the original one, but I have this edition that is a gift from my mother-in-law. Here we have Visions of Europe Live. The new edition from, what year is it actually? 2016. It looks like that, super beautiful. I remember just seeing the original one in FNAC, El Corte Inglés, Harmony All Those Praises, and saying, I want that album, I want that live album, I just want it. I remember listening to it on repeat on the computer, you know, I downloaded it on SoulSeek. Does someone remain SoulSeek? Does someone still use SoulSeek like me? Well, I downloaded there and listened to it a million times. Until Spotify came and I listened to it there. And until I have this copy that my mother-in-law bought me. And again it looks like that. Awesome gig. Love the Holy Solos, especially. It's just awesome. Same as I don't have the original edition of Visions of Europe, I don't have the new edition of Destiny. I have an original one from 1998 that I bought in Noctambule for €9. I don't know if you can tell, you can. It includes the bonus track Cold Winter Night. Love the opening track of the album. Love SOS. But even I would say I love Rebel. But it's not actually one of my favorite of Stratovarius. Not at all. But it also used to call lots my attention when I was a kid. This cover used to call me. I remember Victor of Harmony had a poster of it. And I stayed looking at it for hours and hours and hours. Is that this album captivated me by its cover, then I listened to it, I loved it, but like I tell you, not one of my favorites. One of the first albums I ever listened from them, it was this one, The Chosen Ones, another edition that my brother used to have, and this is again The Chosen Ones, Digipack Mexican edition. The other one, it was crystal case, like it can be this one. It includes the same 16 songs, but again, as I told you, a Mexican edition, that this one is actually a gift from my wife, and includes, I think it is Full Moon, that is not on any album. It was a bonus track in Dream Space, but it's here. Look at that cover, look at it. For me as a kid, it was the most ugly piece of shit when it came out in 2000. Okay, I remember seeing it on FNAC, seeing it on El Corte Inglés and all those shops that I used to go, and I still go, and thinking, what an awful cover. With years I started to like it, but then I heard, when it came out, I heard Hunting High and Low, and I was like, you're kidding me? This is fucking shit. I was 4 years old and I already knew what I liked and what I didn't. But when I was finishing my collection last year, I was like, I still need Infinite. Okay, let's look for it. I found this 2 CD edition of Noctambule, and surprisingly, I loved the cover and I loved the album. I really did love the album. This is a 2 CD edition that includes the CD-ROM with 2 songs. So sorry about that, I just hit the mic. So yeah, Infinite, an album that I started not liking at all, and then I loved it. I guess we will have to continue with Intermission. This is not an original edition, it's a repress that my mother-in-law bought for me again. It has the same 17 songs that it has normally. It looks like that. Well, I'm not sure if the normal edition has the demos of Freedom and Neon Light Child, but it looks like that. It's basically B-sides, rarities, covers. I love the cover. I think it's one of the most beautiful covers of Stratovarius, to be honest. And the album is not bad. I need the second part that it came out almost a month ago, but I didn't find it yet in any physical place. I will have to pick it up from Amazon. That, as you know, I have Amazon Prime. I have to take advantage of it. I used to have the 2 CDs of Elements, but I gave them to my brother when my wife bought me this beautiful box set for our anniversary. That also includes this beautiful t-shirt. Cool, huh? So yeah, it includes the 2 CDs and so good is inside. Let's take a look at it. The first thing you see when you open this box is actually this t-shirt. But most of the time, if I'm not wearing it, it's on my closet. So the first thing you see when you open my box is this box that includes the 3 CDs and a bonus DVD. It includes the 2 elements like I told you, a bonus CD with previously unreleased and rare material, and a DVD with the 5.1 audio, bonus audio 16 songs and photo gallery, okay? I'm gonna show you how it looks because it's actually beautiful. Here you have the booklet, okay? Super cool. Elements is one of my favorite albums from the last era with Timo Tolkki, and it's just awesome to have this edition. Then, I leave it there a second. You have the cassette of demos. Okay, look how cool is that. I listened to it once. It includes demos and ideas sung by Timo Tolkki. Super cool. It includes I'm Still Alive, Awaken the Giant, Stratoforest, sorry, Heart of an Eagle, Eagle Heart, Seasons of Faith's Perfection, and A Drop in the Ocean. Looks like that. And like that. This one I didn't show my cassette collection because I thought there was no need to, but here it is. Okay. And we have a reproduction of the tour book here that it looks like that. It's awesome to have all this in the collection. Love it. And I stuck it down here. We have the what it was on the back when I got it, the informative sheet and everything. So yeah, that's what is inside the box of Elements. After all the fame and success they had with Elements, weird stuff started to happen inside the band that I'm not gonna touch. If you want to read about it, it's all over the internet if you don't know about it yet. So yeah. In 2005, they released this album that lots of people hate, which I love. It's called Stratovarius, and it has Maniac Dance, Back to Madness. I love those songs. I love this album, but we have to say that I understand why people doesn't like it. After the release of that album, they started to tour a little bit, and after that, they started to record again an album that is unreleased officially, and is called RR or Revolution Renaissance, that Timo Tolkki released after with Michael Kiske and other people. But it's all over the internet if you want to hear it. Okay, as I'm telling you, while the recording of that album and bullshit was going on all the time, they didn't get along anymore. So Timo Tolkki decided to break the band, but the band didn't break. He just went and they picked another guitar player, and they released in 2009 Polaris. This album that is awesome, is great, it has new energy, love it, love it, love it, love it. It looks like that. I love Deep Unknown, I love Winter Skies, I love Falling Star, I love Blind. Great album. Great album. But nowhere near as great as Elysium, 2011's Elysium. I stopped listening to Stratovarius after the release of Infinite, and this one 11 years after Bring Me Back. I remember I just came from the doctors, I think it was from my mental health at the moment on everything, blah blah blah, things that doesn't matter here. And my brother told me, Danny, Stratovarius released a new album and it's fucking awesome. I sat down, I listened to it with him, and a tear fell down my face and I said, okay, when are we going to buy it? So the same afternoon we went and I bought it. This one, actually my grandma gave me the money for it. It's actually the last gift she made for me before she died a month after. So it's the special edition with the 2 CDs, postcards, booklet, and the second CD is basically the demos of CD 1. And this will be forever part of my Stratovarius collection, just for the detail that it was the last gift that my grandma made me. And fuck, it has Darkest Towers, On the Flaming Skies, Fermat Maze, Elysium. It's just, the game never ends. It's awesome. I also have the Darkest Towers EP that includes the Darkest Towers, Infernal Maze, the Darkest Tower version, Against the Wind, and Black Diamond Live. It looks like that. You don't need more, it's super cool. It's cool to have in the collection. And I also got it because it was super cheap on Cultura in France, so for me. I also got this one that is Under Flaming Skies, live in Tampere, and it was the farewell tour to the drummer. Good gig, but I prefer actually the DVD to the CD. It looks like that. And yes, I have also here the DVD to show you. It's my only Stratovarius DVD, sadly, but here we have it. And it looks like that. I'm not actually hating on it, but you can't compare it to Polaris Live or to Visions of Europe. That one was followed by the awesome Nemesis. This is an edition, a plain edition from, again, the album was 2013. This is a 2017-18 reissue. And it looks like that. Love Abandon, Love Unbreakable, and Fantasy, One Must Fall is just good album, but not as great as Elysium. I hear people just wetting their panties for this album that is eternal, but I didn't get into it loads. I have to listen to it more, but didn't get into it yet. Looks like that. My favorite song of the moment is My Eternal Dream. That is the first one, and maybe Lost Without a Trace. That's it. That's for Eternal. And we're gonna close my collection of Stratovarius. Again, when I telling you, I will make unboxing of the ones I'm missing, like Intermission 2. I have to make you more unboxings when it comes. And here we have the best of 3 CD edition. It includes one new song that is Until the End of Days, which I fucking love. It looks like that. This one I paid €8 for new on France, and it looks like that. The CD3, the bonus is a Live at Wacken 2015. So yeah guys, that's been my Stratovarius collection. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you didn't get bored. I hope you like the channel. If you like the channel, subscribe, comment, like, bullshit, share. And that's everything for today guys. See you soon and take care.